few more questions, if that's all right, Chair. Just on a different topic. In November last year, Ms Bullock, you were reported as stating that Bitcoin was not a currency, not money, and that you didn't understand it and you didn't see a role for it in the economy. What do you mean by you don't understand it? Could you elaborate on that a bit?
That was in reference to the suggestion that the US would establish a Bitcoin reserve and that somehow Bitcoin was going to take a much bigger role in payments in the economy. That's what I understand. I understand Bitcoin.
Right, okay, good.
I don't understand why people think that somehow Bitcoin is going to have this increasingly important role in the payment system. I just don't see it.
Yeah, why is that?
Because, back to the same point, it doesn't serve the purpose of money. It doesn't have a solid value. You can't be guaranteed that what it's worth today, it will be worth the same thing tomorrow. It's extremely slow relative to other payment systems. You can get transactions through in milliseconds in other payment systems. It's not certain in the sense that, as you know, because of the way the ledger works, it's not certain, maybe out until 10, 15 minutes, sometimes not even then. So I just don't see that it's got the infrastructure to be a payment system. It's not a store of value. It's an asset. People regard it as an asset. It has. So for those reasons, I personally don't think that it's going to play a role in when you go to your local pizza shop or go to buy your groceries. I just don't see it.
Do you consider Bitcoin, obviously the more established of the cryptocurrencies, do you consider Bitcoin as being different from meme coins such as the Libra coin or the Hoktua coin? Or other coins like that?
Well, you know, I don't. These are just all personal opinions.
Maybe give me the RBA's opinion. Yeah.
Sorry?
Maybe give me the RBA's opinion rather than your personal opinion.
Well, I don't think the RBA doesn't have an opinion on these things, right? We are doing work on a separate issue, which is the potential case for central bank digital currencies, which is a separate issue. The RBA, I don't think, as an organisation, has an opinion on what we should be doing with Bitcoin or what we should be doing with these meme coins and so on. I mean, you know, some people are finding something interesting to do with them, but they're not core to the payment system. They're not something that we regulate, and I don't think we have a particular view. If people want to transact in these things, that's fine. It's just I don't see it as a core part of the payment system.
I guess my fear is, though, and there's been some articles on this, the AMP say that adults under 27 had about 30% of their investments, excluding super in their home, in cryptocurrency. And I think, you know, being young's hard at the moment in terms of cost of living, housing. And so people are turning to cryptocurrency for what sometimes can, in the best case, can be pretty radical gains, but then obviously there's the huge potential for loss. You just need to look at what's happened in Argentina over the last 48 hours. Is this a space that regulators should get into to protect young people's investments, or do you think the future is no opinion?
It's not for the Reserve Bank. We don't have powers in these areas. We don't regulate consumer safety or investments or any of those sorts of things. It's a matter for ASIC, and I would also suggest AUSTRAC.
I mean, where there has actually the government has indicated a desire to move in a couple of respects. One is to regulate digital exchanges, partly for the protection, the consumer protection piece that you've set out there, Member, and also potentially a licensing regime for stable coins, and depending on the size of that stable coin, that could potentially be there could be joint supervision between APRA and ASIC for that, depending on the volume of funds in that coin. So those are proposals that Treasury have put out papers on, and our understanding is under very strong consideration from the government, but they're outside of our wheelhouse.
Okay, that's it from me. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Lutz.